Welcome back. World Ocean Day provides an opportunity for all global citizens to reflect on the benefits of the ocean. It further reminds everyone that reducing pollution in all of our waterways is a year-round commitment for all of humanity should take full responsibility of. The Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources will collaborate with key stakeholders to commemorate World Ocean Day that will be taking place on the 8th of June 2024 under the theme Catalysing Action for our Ocean and our Climate. Joining us with more details, Deputy Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Madam Sylvia Makgone. Good morning, ma'am, and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning, Denver. I'm pleased to be here this morning.
We're pleased to have you. How are you doing on this gift of a Friday morning?
Friday morning, I'm fine. I'm fine, waking up early this morning. I'm very fine. It's my usual time.
Yes.
So I don't have a problem.
Awesome. Talk to us about the significance of World Ocean Day and specifically why it is important for Namibia to also commemorate this day.
Yeah, I have to give a little bit of background that Ocean Day was penned during the General Assembly of the United Nations in 2008 for it to be celebrated on the 8th of June. So Namibia has since then, celebrated the day. By the Minister of Fisheries started taking the lead, yes, 2 years ago of celebrating this day. So, and to have a big one, we are doing it biannually. So, but it's being celebrated each day. So the day is very important, Denver. So if we go into our Constitution, Article 95L is telling us all the natural resources, Namibia should use it for both present and the future. So conservation is very key. That's why we are celebrating this day to remind our people that we need to conserve what we have for the future generation also to have it. And the ocean is very important for the Namibians because we are getting food from it. Except that we are getting food from it, there's a lot that is happening within the ocean, whether it is transport, whether it is mining, there's a lot happening. That's why this resource, precious one, we should conserve it.
Thank you so much for that overview of the significance. Now, you've touched on some of it, but could we perhaps flesh out the objectives of the day a bit more?
The objectives of the day, Denver, is so that we can tell the public what is the impact of the human actions. Because we are there, we are moving around in the ocean, we are playing in the ocean. What is the impact of human actions within the ocean? We also want to sensitize the nation to know that the ocean has its whole entire ecosystem. How should we deal with this ecosystem? Because we have plants, we have animals within the sea that are sustaining life on Earth. So we also want to sensitize the people that the ocean can give us wealth, but it can only give us wealth when we keep the ocean healthy. So that's why we need to sensitize the people about this day. So to keep me healthy, I give you wealth.
That brings me to the next question. So we've spoken about the significance, we've now outlined the objectives, and we understand through the wealth aspect that it can also boost the economy.
Yes.
Please talk to us about that.
It is giving us the whole of the economy, because when you look at the ocean, we have transport going down there. So with transport, there is transport where goods are transported from overseas to Namibia. It's foreign currency that is coming in. We have cruises that are coming in. Let me tell you that just from October 2023 up to April 15, we had 29 cruises that came in Namibia, first of its kind, and it's still going. So we have already, Home Affairs already recorded 29,900 people that came on those cruises, and we are still expecting more. So the economy is really, just imagine yourself those cruises landing, our people that are selling goods around there, the taxis taking them to different destinations, the shops within that whole thing. So the economy is really getting a lot out of the ocean. Notwithstanding the fish that we are getting out of there, for now we have new industries that are also coming up within the oceans. So we have kelp blue, where they are planting kelp seaweed within the sea, and they have started producing fertilizer from this seaweed. So just imagine yourself the boost within the Namibian economy. Mining is not to be mentioned. What else? Tourism is up there. So there's a lot.
Multiple benefits.
Multiple benefits.
Now, the Ministry
for
of
the
Fisheries,
economy.
thank you, and Marine Resources, of course, you are the main custodian, but alongside some stakeholders, some activities, some programs are lined up. Also, and as far as educating Namibians about these benefits, about the significance, will be concerned. Talk to us about some of those activities, those programs.
So activities are lined up, and today is just setting the tone. So there will still be activities coming up, dealing with the schools. So we have some schools that are termed blue schools that are more on conserving the ocean. So they'll have their activities. Usually we have debates within the schools with a topic, especially on the ocean, only topic within the ocean. So we have the coastal towns that will have the cleaning of their beaches. Coastal towns, we are talking of Hendy's Bay, Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, Luderitz, up to Oranjemund. So they will have their own activities lined up for that week, just before the day of the celebrations. So we have debates within the schools that will be there. So there's a committee that is running all these activities.
Who are the main stakeholders?
Main stakeholders, Ministry of Fisheries, and then all the other ministries like mining, transports and transport, environment, and then we have other stakeholders, Nature Foundation, UNDP, UNICEF, Erongo Regional Council, all the municipalities that are around. So they are, and a lot more.
I'm hearing you say that the coastal towns of Henty's Bay and Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, Luderitz and Oranjemund will take charge to clean their beaches, and that there will be debates, particularly amongst school pupils. But it's very often those of us who don't live at the coast, who live elsewhere, who go to the beach and perhaps litter and leave our garbage there. How are we going to be sensitized about the responsibility that all of us ultimately have?
The committee said that they are going to involve all the schools around. We were thinking of a competition through the regions to have a competition on a topic of the sea, whether it is pollution, whether it is marine life, whatever topic it is, so that we can also sensitize those that are not at the coastal towns to know that there is this treasure that we have as Namibians, and we all need to conserve and preserve it.
And because we take this day so seriously, although the official commemoration is on the 8th annually, we'll be starting on the 7th already.
Yes.
Talk to us about that, please.
The 8th is on a Saturday, and it was thought that let's commemorate on the 7th, that is a Friday, so that we can include the Saturday within the commemoration. And by that, we want to bring in our people that are at the coastal towns or whoever to come and display whatever they have, whether it is anything that they are selling, because it will be just the beginning of the month. So everyone is invited to come and put up a stall. The fishing industry will also put up stalls there. So there will be selling of fish or anything that is coming from the ocean so that people can familiarize themselves with what is in our ocean.
So today, as you said earlier, is the start of creating awareness around this day.
Yes.
What activities are lined up perhaps for the following 4 weeks to make sure that there's a big turn-up at the event?
The ministries that I mentioned, because everyone has a stake within the ocean. So there is that someone, whether it is a director or ED, will come up in the studio again, and everyone will then highlight their responsibility within the ocean. So it is there. And then there's also that the schools will have their debates, but then on the day, that's when the last judgment will happen. So throughout, it goes until the last day.
There will be a build-up.
There will be a build-up, yeah, because the last day you won't have all of them together. You'll only have the last ones that you will be judging.
Thank you very much. Madam, now credit where it's due. The Ministry has made significant strides in creating awareness, but also seeing to it that we cherish, that we conserve this precious treasure, as you called it earlier. But I do want to ask you, do you believe that our legislative framework is sufficient to prevent exploitation within the ocean?
It is very much, as I started already, I started with the Constitution that laid the foundation to say what is there, it's our natural resource, use it, but use it sustainably. So all the other frameworks are getting their mandates from that one. So it is, whether it is fisheries, whether it is mining, whether it is environment, so the frameworks are there that are protecting whatever we have.
Any final thoughts before we let you go this morning?
I want to invite all the Namibians on that day, the 7th of June, up to the 8th of June, to come and celebrate our ocean, our Namibian ocean, that is giving us life. It's giving us life because it's giving us food, it's giving us oxygen to breathe, it's giving us all the life diversity within the ocean. So please, Namibians, come and celebrate your ocean.
Thank you so much for your time. Good luck with the preparations, and may you and the team have a wonderful weekend, and may the event ultimately be a resounding success.
Thank you very much for having me.
That was the Deputy Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Madam Sylvia Makgone, talking to us about the commemoration of World Ocean Day, annually taking place on the 8th of June. We'll be having our official commemoration on Friday, the 7th of June, 2024. We'll be back after a brief break.